All right. How you guys feeling?
I'm good to go.
Ready to roll.
All right. Let me have some Baja Blast with vodka real quick.
Mmm. I love both of those.
Do they sell it in cans now?
Do they really?
Yeah. All right.
So what's my excuse to go to Taco Bell now?
Well, they sell not at Taco Bell. I mean, like you can go to the store and buy it in cans.
That's what I'm saying. Now I have no excuse to go to Taco Bell.
Oh. Oh, damn. Really? Baja Blast was the only thing getting you out to Taco Bell? I mean, I don't
Pretty
go to
much.
Taco Bell. I think Taco Bell is trash, but everyone hates me when I say that, so I don't say it anymore.
Yeah, it's an elitist take. It's definitely an elitist take to shit on Taco Bell.
It's not that I think that like, oh, only authentic tacos are better. I love trash taco. We have Taco Time here, Taco Time Northwest to be specific, but it's way better than Taco Bell. Same price.
Okay. Because
I just never
some
liked
of the
Taco Bell.
people, who trash Taco Bell are like, Chipotle, blah, blah, it's like, fuck you.
Oh
I've
yeah,
had
yeah. Those people
I've
are
had Chipotle
douchebags.
4 times. I've had Chipotle 4 times in the last 7 days.
Damn. So you love Chipotle. You're keeping them in business. My problem is my biggest problem with Taco Bell, not only that it doesn't taste that good. It is good drunk food, I agree. But every time I don't like soft shell tacos from fast food. I like the hard shells, especially the Doritos Locos. But they fucking by the time you eat it, the bottom is so soggy that it like rips off the rest of the taco and it's like you're like shoveling it out of that little taco sleeve into your mouth like a fucking animal. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They just don't
Yeah.
hold up. Like it's just not a good quality product.
I haven't had Taco Bell in forever.
Yeah, because it sucks.
Good to clean out your colon with.
Yeah, I guess you should try an enema.
How else do you think I've eaten the tacos, man?
That's not eating.
Straight through the meal.
That's not eating. This is a conversation for another time. All right, Vic, wait. Hello and welcome to the Gambling Racket, the sports gambling podcast aimed at giving you the angles and insights into successfully betting on professional tennis. My name is Ben, and once again, I'm joined by my co-hosts Vic and Chris with episode 14, where we have a lot to cover. And to kick things off, we're going to run through the first week of the clay season, where we saw a lot of upsets, we saw a lot of developments in player status, and we've got a lot to look forward to this week as well. So I'm going to kick it over to Vic here in a minute to do a little bragging and a little bit of pronouncing of words. But first, let me just give a quick recap. So unfortunately we saw the withdrawal of Carlos Alcaraz this week, and everyone was excited to see him finally get back onto clay. He was he was battling a wrist injury that no one knew where it came from, but we saw it taped up. The rumors were circulating on Twitter or X, and eventually he did withdraw from the tournament. Unfortunately, as of this morning, he has also withdrawn from Barcelona this coming week. So we're not going to see Alcaraz till potentially Madrid, and that's
It was a forearm, not a wrist.
oh,
So,
sorry, it's a forearm. Okay, interesting.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the clarification. Again, we'll talk about that a little bit more as we talk about futures and upcoming events. But we did have an exciting week in Portugal to start things off. Timeout. We're in Portugal, right?
Fucking
We weren't.
Monte Carlo's not in Portugal.
No, yeah.
Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo's his own jam.
What? Don't jam?
No, Monte Carlo is his own place. It's not part of France.
Yeah. Monaco. Right. Fuck. Okay. Sorry. I don't even remember what I was saying. Fucking booze, Baja Blast.
Are we not going to talk about the elephant in the room? What the number one cause of forearm injuries are?
Inside pitches. Oh.
Yeah, broken pitches, right?
Dude, I broke my forearm right here when I was in high school. Inside pitch that I check swung on. Ball hit me right in the forearm and broke the fucking bone. All right, sorry. Let me just jump right back into it. But we did still have an exciting week in Monte Carlo, where we saw the resurgence of Casper Ruud. We saw the unfortunate apparent injury of Jannik Sinner. We saw Novak Djokovic in only his third event of the year come up a little bit short. But let me pause right there real quick, because on the topic of Casper Ruud, I know Vic has some commentary. So Vic, over to you.
Yeah, I gave Casper Ruud out last week, plus 350 to win the quarter, plus 2,000 to win the whole thing. Made it to the finals and dropped it in straight sets to TT Pass, but still great result for plus 2,000 future. Plenty of chance to hedge if you're a coward. I am not, so I just lost the bet. But I more than made up the winnings on the plus 350 on that quarterfinal line and betting Casper Ruud throughout. Got him at plus 220 against Djokovic in the semifinal. So Casper Ruud got me paid all week long. Definitely play season started out with a bang. Big positive week over here, almost 6 units up.
After an abysmal hardcore end of the season,
That's
I'm
true.
sure it felt good to turn
Nice
things around.
palate cleanser. Yeah.
Chris, did you have any big wins or takeaways from the first, or sorry, this is actually the second clay week of the season?
I rode my man Titty Pass all the way from beginning to end. And then this morning I woke up too late to bet on him in the final. Unfortunately, didn't get to make the little cheddar there. I honestly was so enthralled with UFC 300. I didn't even get to see the odds between Ruud and TT Pass. But yeah, overall, great tournament for me. I think I started 0-2 and then only lost one more for the rest of the tournament. So not bad.
Nice. Yeah, I got caught up a little bit on the conditions of the court, and my picks suffered because of it. But Recaged came back with 4 picks just based on pure tennis capping. Went 3 for 4. Would have had 4 for 4 on that round of picks if Sonego was able to pull off that awesome match against Ugo Humbert. The crowd was into it. It was like, yeah, it was that late night. He does look like the Karate Kid. It was a late night game. Both guys had a lot of support in the stands. Energy was great. They went 3 sets. Sonego just couldn't pull it out. So still respect the performance he put on, though. Ugo, also respect him, because he does not have a good track record on clay in general, but he looks to have expanded his game into this season, or in this year in general. I'm hoping to see some exciting things from Ugo. I think we could see him in the top 10 by mid-year if he keeps this kind of playing up. So
That's what the announcer said in his match with Ruud. He said the same thing, that he could see Ugo getting into the top 10. I mean, yeah, he definitely was. I was watching that quarterfinal because he was the last one standing in the way of me cashing that plus 350. And yeah, he definitely looked good and just faded in the third set. But definitely impressive performance from him. Yeah.
Awesome. Good to hear. One thing I think we should address real quick and see if I want to see if you guys have any comments about this, but the officiating was god awful in Monte Carlo. Multiple times, at least once a day, linesmen were getting calls right. Umpires were backing up their linesmen because they just apparently weren't paying attention either, and they had no opinions of their own. Calls were bad. Like I don't know why you're shaking your head, Chris. So I'm going to throw it to you first. But like, calls were objectively bad. Whether or not they affected the outcome of each match is a different story. But what's your opinion on this, Chris?
Listen, if we're going to talk about umpires, we need to talk about Major League Baseball.
No, we're not talking about Angel Hernandez right now.
The only thing worse than the umpires in Monte Carlo were the fans, and that goes back to the umpires letting fans calling out and heckling players mid-volley, and then being a little cucklord and being nice to them and asking them nicely to stop. They should have ejected those mother truckers so fast, man. So yeah,
we're talking about Joker. Joker turned around and gave him a fuck you.
I'm talking about Holger Rune too.
Yeah,
Holger Rune too. Yeah.
Everybody wants to jump on the internet and talk back about Holger, talk back about Djokovic. They should have never even been in those situations if those umpires weren't completely fucking useless. Useless on calls. They're fucking daydreaming all day. Like, I don't know how they don't hear that shit coming from the fans and fucking interject before, the players have to. But I'm just 100%, you're fucking right. They should all be fired. They should be fucking beaten in the street. They're awful.
Okay, that's a extra spicy take.
I like the
listen,
beating in the
listen,
street. That's a
I'm
good punishment.
I agree with you, Chris. I think that umpires need to be quicker to removing people from the venue, and security should be on hand to do that. I don't think just saying, "Oh, please, monsieur, no talking during the rallies. Thank you, missy." That's not going to help. It's not going to stop, especially drunk people from harassing people that they don't like. Not going to help. However, getting rid of the umpire is not the solution. Getting rid of the linesman is. How many tournaments have we talked about this year to date throughout the hard court season, where like we've had significant problems with the linesman? Not many, right?
Rublev was the big one. Rublev was the big one in Dubai.
Which
and
he was wrong about, right? If I remember correctly.
Right, he was wrong about it, but Dubai's going to Hawkeye next year anyway.
Everyone is, yeah.
Yeah.
And the last few tournaments on hard court this year were Indian Wells was all Hawkeye, and Miami was all Hawkeye. And like very minimal issues, besides the normal, like, hey, I'm mad at the umpire because it's really my fault that the match is going this way. So I need someone to take it out on, which is what Rublev usually does. But yeah, I don't think let's get rid of the linesman. I think we've proven that despite Hawkeye having still some technical issues, that it's far and away better than these just out of practice linesmen. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but like
the center,
these like egregious mistakes.
Yeah, the center TT miss was the worst one, right? Because TT that was in the semifinal, and it was like 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters long.
That's what they're putting on Twitter.
Yeah, fucking huge miss. And it cost Sinner a break that would have put him up 5-1 in the third set. Like
double break.
Yeah, if you're up 5-1 in the third set, it's game over, right?
Yeah.
Tsitsipas ends up taking the game back, and then Sinner kind of gets hurt, pulling a hammy or something with his knee, and he loses, and then Tsitsipas goes on to win the whole thing. So, I mean, just crazy that had such a big effect. That was probably the biggest effect one that I all week.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. It's egregious. And look, it's egregious that a linesman in person right there can't see it. The umpire in the chair with a bird's eye view can't see it, but the guys in the booth immediately called it out that was clearly way out. I can't believe they're not doing anything about this. Just you hate to see it. You hate to impose that kind of opinion on these European venues, right? Come on. If America's doing tennis right, Europe better catch the fuck up. That's what, right? It's Europe versus the world in these international competitions. Let's get our officiating on the same caliber, on the same level, rather.
I like all the anti-European stuff you're saying right now. So let's keep talking about that.
Do you guys think about the Roman Empire today? Let's move on. We've got a lot to cover. So let's start with the big one on the ATP side. We're heading to the Barcelona Open Banc Sabadell. If you know how to say that properly, please, I invite you to inform me in the comments. But this is the only 500 event for the men this week. Again, it's taking place in Barcelona, Spain. And this is another venue where the clay courts are typically a little bit slower. So all throughout qualifying, we've seen it pretty on par with the numbers like first serve won and service games held with Monte Carlo. So they're also forecast for a little bit of rain coming up this week, but we've got a lot of big names here that are exciting to follow. Most notably, the return of Rafa. So this is going to be an exciting one.
He has
confirmed that he's playing.
Yeah, he confirmed that he's playing. I don't know what you're saying. You're doubting that he's going to actually come game time. He's going to show up.
Yeah, he's going to wake up tomorrow morning. He's going to stub his toe and he's going to pull out.
Damn. You think he's that fragile? Okay. Well, there's some rain expected in the middle of the week as of right now, which might cool things off a little bit, slow down pace of play a little bit. But again, this is something that I got caught up on in Monte Carlo. I don't think I'm going to fall into the same trap, but let's go through futures. We're only doing futures on this episode because we have so many events to cover. So Vic, if you have it in front of you, do you mind running us through some of the top seeds, some of the big names, and shortest odds to win?
Yeah, definitely. So, like you said, Alcaraz was going to be the 1 seed, but he had to pull out because of that forearm injury. So Rublev's the top guy left. Then you've got Rublev, Rude, Demon, Tsitsipas, Ugo Humbert, Karen from Armenia, and Sebastian Baez, your boy Ben. That's the top 8. As far as odds go, Tsitsipas is the odds-on favorite. Makes sense since he did just win a 1,000 on clay. Rude is next or Tsitsipas is plus 500. Rude is next at plus 550. Then you've got the king of clay, Nadal plus 600, Rublev plus 900, Karen from Armenia plus 1,600, Demon plus 1,600, Musetti plus 1,800, and then Ugo Humbert plus 2,500. So yeah, clearly you can see they've got the top 3 guys priced right next to each other, which makes sense. You know, Tsitsipas and Ruud just played in the final, and Nadal is the king of clay. Then you've got Rublev, and then a significant drop off to like that second tier of guys. So yeah, just looking at the draw, Ben, do you have anybody that you have picked out that you're going to put a future on this one for?
I've been picking futures guys lately that have been making great runs, but not finishing off strong. And it's frustrating because like you get your hopes up that like, damn, I made the right pick. This is great. And then they get like, oh shit, they got to come up against this guy and it's all over for them. I might, if I do make a futures bet, it'll probably be a quarter winner for this one. And I'm looking at Cam Norrie. Cam Norrie is a good clay player. He had a tough draw in Monte Carlo where his run was cut short pretty early on, but the only guys ahead of him in his quarter odds wise are Rublev, who is just in his feelings, in his head too much lately. I don't trust him at all. And Karen, I don't know why you're calling Karen from Armenia, but Karen Hatchinoff. And
Because somebody asked him, why do you have a girl's name in an interview? And he said, I don't have a girl's name, I have an Armenian name. So, you know, Karen from
okay,
Armenia.
good. I like that. I didn't see that one.
I like Karen from Armenia. Karen from Armenia is a baller. You know, I like gambling on him, so I'm not making fun of him.
Oh no, I like him as a player as well.
Yeah.
I can see Cam Norrie making a big bounce back here. So I'm looking at Cam Norrie plus 550 to win the fourth quarter. I like that a lot. This is not an official play, but if I'm looking at a guy to put maybe a longer shot bet on to win in Barcelona, I like Rafa.
I mean, that's plus 600. That's not too bad a long shot.
Yeah, but I mean, realistically, he's a fucking long shot.
Yeah, just if his body holding up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to like pick an odds-wise long shot, maybe Musetti at plus 1,800. I really like the way he played in Monte Carlo. I can see him like keeping that pace of play up, wanting like getting a little hungrier and translating that to Barcelona. But it's hard to bet against guys like Casper and Tsitsipas right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Casper is definitely on another level all week with the heavy forehand. The Margrave of Mud, I've been calling him the Margrave of Mud since the King of Clay's already taken, right? So you got to go one step down. Yeah, trademark that shit. Margrave of Mud. But no, for Barcelona, I was looking at the draw and I'm just gonna do something wild here. My boy from the Czech Republic, Thomas Mahak, Machop, always working out, plus 3,300 to win. I'm taking that one. He had a great time on the hard court to start the year, and he played one of the tournaments last week or not last week, the week before, and he had a good run there. So
Yeah.
I just got a feeling that's he's gonna win his quarter at least. So I'm gonna take him to win his quarter and also outright. Outright is plus 3,300, and to win his quarter is
I see plus 800 on Bovada. You probably have DraftKings usually has better futures odds though.
Yeah.
No,
that's my long shot pick right there.
You know what's insulting? If I were you, I'd feel insulted that my long shot pick is longer odds than Davidovich Fokina. I know how much you hate ADF
Dude, he
or any
sucks.
three name guy, but
No,
he'd have to
some of
go
the name
through
guys are good, but not ADF.
he'd have to go through Humbert, Demonor, and Nadal in that second quarter to win.
No, so he'd only have to go through Nadal or Demon. They're gonna knock each
Oh,
other
I
out.
mean, yeah, I mean, but that's like those are the guys ahead of him. He'd have to go through
Yeah.
some combination of those guys.
You'd have to beat Humbert, will be tough. Humbert will be tough, and then whoever wins Nadal or Demon, that'll be the toughest one. But then you got Poprin lurking up there as well, and Poprin was great in Monte Carlo. Poprin looks really good on clay, so I mean that's a tough part of the section right there. That's definitely a tough quarter. But he's on the right side of it, so I think he's gonna have no problem with Jerry Shang in the first round.
Did you? Oh, wow, I just wanted to bring him up. No problem. After you talked this dude up so hard last episode, are you
Dude,
kidding
Jerry
me?
Shank's got mad drip, but there's a difference between looking good and playing on clay, right? Like he's playing on clay against a Czech prodigy. No way. Like I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna get fucking ran off the court. I'm gonna take Mahak and whatever the minus games are. I'll try to make it the most alt line I can and fucking play that shit. I think
Okay.
he's gonna run Jerry off the court.
Damn.
I'm a Jerry fan.
Damn. Wow. Chris, what do you looking at this field? What do you like?
I hate everything about the futures odds. Um, like you said, Rafa at plus 600 just doesn't feel value. It's his first tournament
Oh
back. You
yeah,
don't know
agreed.
how he's going to play. Like, Rublev is plus 1,000, but he loses a lot on clay. I think if you're going to go anywhere, you're going to go Baez plus 3,100. He plays well on clay.
Okay.
You're getting a lot of value there, plus 3,100. I I think Nicholas Jerry is really good, but very soft. That's all I got for that one.
Yeah,
All right, nice.
he was a guy I talked about last episode in Monte Carlo, and he exited way sooner than I thought he would. Kind of a letdown there. I'm gonna stray away from him for a little while. I hope to see a fun performance out of Arthur Cagel. I want to see this kid do well. I think he can be a young spoiler in a lot of tournaments this year. And
Tough draw.
he's in that third quarter with Baez and Jerry and Casper Ruud. So
He recently lost to Arnaldi. I think he lost to
yeah,
Arnaldi in Monte Carlo, and he's playing Arnaldi again in the first round. So
yeah.
maybe he didn't list him in
He
Monte
got a
Carlo.
last minute wild card in Monte Carlo.
Was it he last one? Okay, I thought
Oh,
it maybe
come
was
on.
elsewhere, but he lost to Arnaldi recently, so I think it's a tough draw for Cagio, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So just a guy I'm rooting for, not necessarily putting money on. Apologies. I don't know if I don't know if the mic is picking this up, but the cat will not stop rubbing his head on the microphone.
No, he's
Oh.
fine.
Okay. Thanks. He's a little attention starved. All right, so that kind of covers any last minute thoughts on Barcelona. I know we're gonna be watching that one most of all, but I mean, there's good competition spread across all three tournaments. But did anyone have are we talking about the same time frame as matches that were in Monte Carlo?
Yeah.
Okay, tough. I'm on the west coast of the United States, so matches ranged from 2 a.m. to like 7 a.m. Kind of a rough window for me, unless I have a late night of drinking. But let's head over to the next one. What do you guys want to do next? You want to cover Munich? I
Yeah.
actually I want to cover Munich because Vic, I'm interested to hear your opinion on this one. This is the BMW Open. It's the only event this week that's being held in Germany. It is the first of 4 events that we'll see in Germany this year. And it is also, I think, the highest altitude event on tour. So they're over 1,700 feet of altitude, and it's going to be insanely cold. Like not as cold, not as like record cold for this tournament this time of year. We're talking like in the low 50s at a high throughout the day, and just getting colder before and after that. So
Oh, that sucks.
The conditions are supposed to be windy. It's supposed to be rainy. At the end of the week, there's snow in the forecast in Munich right now, which is, I don't think we've ever seen that either, especially for an outdoor event on the tour. It's going to be wild. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to play out, how the weather actually holds up for these guys. But I'm also interested to see what kind of kits they come out with. Are they anyone gonna be wearing long sleeves? That'd be cool. But Vic, take us through the draw. We're looking at again a solid group of players here.
Definitely a step down for Barcelona, right? Definitely
Yeah.
a step down for Barcelona, but still, like you said, there are some top guys here. So first off, we've got Big Z as the 1 seed. Then Holger Rune, the defending champ, is the 2. Taylor Fritz is his 3. That 3-name German, Jan Leonard Struff, JLS, is the 4. That fucking Canadian bum, Felix, is the 5. Jack is the 6.
Hey.
Does this okay? You said I like some of the 3-name guys. You haven't said a good thing about one of them yet.
Those are 2 bum-ass 3-name guys. So next, you got Dominic Kofer as a 7 and Shev, the Kazakhstani prince, at 8. So definitely, big drop down in the field compared to Barcelona. Rune's plus 225, Big Z's plus 275, Fritz is plus 600. Then you've got a big drop to Draper plus 12, FAA plus 14, JLS plus 16, and then another considerable drop to 2200 with Botic Van den I can't.
Botic Van de Zanschlup.
There you go.
Both Van der Zanschlup.
Botic. So big drop to him at 2200. So yeah, for my futures bet, I mean, like Chris was saying in Barcelona, I don't really see any value here. It's either going to be Runa or Big Z. And at plus 225 and plus 275, I don't feel like, having money tied up in those short odds all week on when they're going to have to play 5 matches. Like, I'd take this money and just bet on Runa money line every time and still probably make more. So not gonna play a future there, but I expect it to be Runa and Big Z in the final, and I think Runa is gonna win. As far as unranked guys or unseeded guys, nobody really of note except your boy the cheater, Garen Ben, and then Alex Michelson as well.
The cheater because the linesman fucked up? Or
Yeah,
the umpire forgot the score. He forgot what happened in that point. Or that was in Marrakech.
The punk cheater.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't know why you're blaming him for that. You don't. Okay, I hate this about tennis fans, that there has to be like, hey, we're like above ourselves. We're above everyone else, and we play with this exceptional etiquette. In any other sport, you fucking take what the umpire gives you. You never see a basketball player say, no, ref, that was out on me. That actually hit my foot. That was out on me. You take that shit.
It's literally part of the game.
Yes, exactly. It's a human factor.
If you can convince the retard refs that you didn't touch that ball last, that's part of the competition.
I know. I just like busting this guy's balls.
I'm seeing Garin at plus 2,200. I honestly haven't liked the way he's performed, so I'm not looking at him here. He's a step down from Dominic, like slightly shorter odds from Dominic TM, who looked like trash. I am not high on TM right now. I know everyone is
fucked up, right?
Yeah, still. I was excited to see him come back because we haven't seen him this year until the clay season started. But man, he did not look good. I do not encourage him to. If his wrist is fucked up, he needs to stop playing and like heal that shit, because it's playing the way he's playing is not working. I, despite your shit talk, really appreciated the way that Jan-Lennard Struff played in Monte Carlo, and I can see him making a decent run here. I think he's got some weak competition here. Big Z and Runa, yes, obviously great players. I think Runa, he should bring that fire that he's got in him, most likely still from that.
Holger heel turn. I love it.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got a good coach. He had like a somewhat controversial ending in Monte Carlo.
His mom was ripping vapes on the
His
court.
mom is vaping a storm up, which caught a lot of attention on Twitter.
Anybody that vapes is white trash.
Dude, I love it. I love it.
Agreed.
I like him even more now.
Agreed. But yeah, anyways, I think if you had to pick a guy that wasn't Runa to win this one, I'm looking at Struve. Again, I have to do a little bit more research. This is just speculation right now.
Oh.
If I do make a futures pick on this one, it'll be on social medias because the conditions are going to be brutal. We talk about guys like Bublik that really suffer in the wind. I don't know. I don't know of all of the players that are actually participating here that suffer from the same effects. Chris, you have something to say?
Yeah, I can't believe that you brought up JLS. So we both know that I had a chance to bid on his one of one super fractor card. For everybody that doesn't know, not a lot of good tennis cards out there to collect. The JLS one of one was on eBay. I had a chance to bid on it. I was like, man, I don't know about this guy. Didn't bid on it, and then all of a sudden, the next tournament, he looks better than he ever has, and that is a bad beat.
Bro, he's never gonna win like a Grand Slam though. You know what I mean?
You don't know that?
I fucking know that.
Okay, Vic Stradamus.
I'm sure everyone was saying that about a lot of guys that won Grand Slams, Vicky. Don't be a doubter. Don't be a hater.
I think he's like 34, right? He's a little he's a
Yeah,
little long in the
I
tooth.
looked it up, and yeah, he's pretty much hit his ceiling. But it is ironic that he suddenly is playing well.
I like the German representation, at least in Munich. Kepfer, he's the one I'm most interested to see how he performs in adverse weather conditions because he's been having a really solid year. And if the elements take the rest of these guys that are above him down a notch, he could make a pretty solid run. So I'm looking at him in the third quarter, I believe. Sorry, I just lost his name. Oh no, sorry, first quarter to potentially win that quarter. He'd have to go through Big Z, but I think he can do that. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, Big Z is definitely Kefir. He's played well, like you said. And Big Z hasn't been like amazing. He's been really good, but he's definitely beatable. So yeah,
Yeah,
I don't hate it. Yeah.
Listen, if this was hardcore, your boy wouldn't stand a chance against Big Z. But since we're talking about Clay,
Was that your
he's
German
got it
accent?
no, that's my retard accent. Did it
Well,
work?
thank you for raising awareness. Yeah, you're doing a great
anyways,
job.
I'm serious though.
How do you feel about Taylor Fritz being the favorite to win the second quarter, even after his early exit at Monte Carlo?
That is such a weak quarter. Such a weak quarter. I mean,
Fritz, Draper, TM, Francesco,
like you
Passaro.
said, TM just it's going to be Draper or Fritz. It's going to be Draper or Fritz, and Fritz has the harder path, and he doesn't play on clay. So, I mean, I feel like you got to go Draper if you want to bet it, but I'm not fucking.
Yeah.
Bingo, Jack Draper.
All right. So this is going to be, I think there's going to be some exciting matchups. I'm hoping that the elements don't make it shitty tennis. I want to see good tennis, but also I'd be fine if it just like wasn't windy and wasn't cold and we got a reason to hate on the weatherman instead of the tennis players. All right. That's two events covered. We're going to take a quick break for our advertisers. And by advertisers, I mean the vodka I'm going to go pour into my cup. And we'll be right back with the last men's event and then the two women's events this week as well. And we're back with the final ATP 250 event for this week before we hop into the women's events. And we are headed to Bucharest, Romania, where we'll be seeing some decent talent, not as good as in Munich or in Barcelona this week, but still a pretty exciting event and drastically different conditions than we're going to be seeing in Munich. So this is expected to be super hot. It's going to be in the 80s most days. And towards the end of the week into the weekend, we're looking at a lot of rain in the forecast, which is going to slow things down a lot. This is the very first time this venue in Romania is holding this tournament for us. It has been an 8-year break since we last played in Romania, and 2016 we saw just a different venue and different conditions overall. So it's still outdoor clay, different place, first time venue. So there's not a lot of data to go off of. Overall, what we're seeing so far is that it seems to be playing a bit quicker for your average clay court venue. And again, those hot conditions are going to have an effect early on, and maybe the rainy conditions are going to have a bigger effect later on in the tournament. So, Vic, I'm going to kick it to you once again to take us through some of the big names in the tournament, what the draw is looking like, and the favorites to win.
Yeah, so the top seed we got is Francisco Cerundolo. And the 2 is Talon Grigspor. Korda is the 3, who actually got mugged in Monte Carlo last week. So he lost
Mugged, like, on the street?
Yeah, on the street. Yeah.
Did he get beat up or just like robbed?
No, he just got robbed. He just got robbed.
Okay. Smart.
I got robbed betting on him against Sinner. So we're even, you know.
So there's a little karma there.
Yeah.
Don't fight back against your attackers in Europe. They're shifty and they're unpredictable. Just hand over what you got. Have a drop wallet. Keep a drop wallet. It's a good practice. Yeah,
I don't live in fucking the Pacific Northwest, so I don't need to worry about getting mugged on the street.
No, I don't have a drop wallet. I don't live in Europe.
Okay. All right, let's be back on track.
I carry a knife.
Alejandro Tabio.
Ooh,
5 is Navone. 6 is the Karate Kid, Lorenzo Sonigo. The Portuguese man, Nuno Borges, is 7. And my boy, my new number 1, not number 1. What am I saying? He's in the top 5 though.
Number 1 in your heart.
Pedro Martinez.
Oh, the sentimental number 1.
Yeah. I'll never forget Pedro and Kurt Schilling beating the fuck out of the Yankees in 2004, coming back from 3 down. But let's not get sidetracked.
No, yeah, no one cares.
So
I mean, I care, but fuck the Sox.
Yeah. The odds are Korda plus 650, or actually, let me look at Bovada for these odds.
Yeah, that's right. That's the same as Bovada.
Okay, Korda plus 650, Cerundolo plus 700, the Karate Kid is plus 800, Greek Sports 800, Tabio's 1100, and then Pedro Martinez is 1200. Kekmanovic is 1400, and then Nuno Borges is plus 1600.
Same thing on Bovada.
Yeah, I'm looking at Bovada now. So, yeah, definitely you can see that this field, nobody's sure of. I mean, if Korda's your top guy, on the odds in a tournament, pick a dog, you know. So for me, I like the Karate Kid. I like Lorenzo Sonigo. I don't love the draw. He's playing João Fonseca in the first round, and then he'd have Kovacevic, Tabio, and then whoever comes out of the other bottom half, the bottom of the bottom half, which is a toughest draw. So that scared me off Sonigo, which left me with my boy Pedro Martinez plus 1200. He's gonna face Korda in the quarterfinal if it all works out, chalk, and then Cerundolo. I mean, neither of those guys is significantly better than him. You know, Korda's a head case. You never know what you're getting from him.
Damn,
and Cerundolo is Cerundolo just doesn't beat guys who are around the same as him. It seems like he can beat lower tier competition, but if it's a close game, I don't expect Cerundolo to win. So Pedro Martinez plus 1200. Let's go get that win. I see the 2 dogs.
You said pick a dog. Great timing. Des.
Those are 2 females.
They're both
right?
girls. Yeah, they're both girl dogs. Just perverts. Timing was impeccable, Vic. I think I don't agree with your assessment on Korda. Maybe he's a little bit of a head case, but overall, like, he's been playing decent tennis. I just don't think he's that good yet. I think he's still got a little developing to do. I think more of a head case would be Cerundolo, who is a proven, clay court guy who has been super underperforming this whole season. He played on the Golden Swing. He underperformed these past 2 weeks. No faith in that guy. Him being the second shortest odds to win this seems a little ridiculous to me, despite the weaker field here. So I'm looking at guys like Nuno Borges at plus 1600. Maybe he's got a little bit of a grudge to hold. Cool. I'm interested to see how a guy like Kokkinakis does. I've done well betting on Kokkinakis during the hard court season. Maybe I can continue that into clay season. Just in the early rounds, I don't think he's the greatest clay court player. But who I'm really looking at is Seyboth Wild, the Brazilian. He has had an awesome year so far. He's got some pretty huge wins, and even recently as well. At plus 2,200, behind guys like Fuskovic, Corentin Moutet, Denis Shapovalov. Shapovalov is also plus 2,200. So on par with that, with that guy. Give me Seyboth Wild all day. Don't get me wrong. I would like to see Moutet do well, and I'd like to see him get heckled because I don't know if you recall, but he had it out. Not had it out. He had some words for the fans in Chile who were just disrespectful to the players that weren't Chilean. So he took his post-match victory speech. He took that time to reprimand them a little bit, and the commentators were laughing. I loved it. I don't care. He's a little bit of a hothead, it seems. But hey, that's a short French guy for you. So, anyways, I'm going with Seyboth Wild long shot plus 2,200 to win in Romania. He ain't no thing for a Brazilian. Come on.
Okay, all right. Chris, what do you like?
I like turtles.
That's cool, man. What about in tennis?
I do. I knew you were going to bring up Seyboth Wild today. I personally don't agree with you, Vic. I'm riding Seabass here. I'm going to put a unit on Seabass to win outright. Seabass to win his quarter, and we'll see how that goes. I think he's due. I honestly hate that he's the favorite. I hate betting on the favorite, but for this tournament, I'm riding Sebastian Corda.
I mean, plus 650 for the top favorite guy is still pretty good odds. You know what I mean? Like, this is pretty even field. So
Sonego at plus 800 is pretty appealing to me too.
Yeah, I just didn't like the draw. I just didn't like
That's fair.
Yeah, Fonseca. I mean, that kid's good. You know.
Yeah, you were big on him in Indian Wells. He had a good showing.
Yeah.
We also got guys that are commonly bet on in this group. Kecmanovic plus 1,400, Kovacevic at plus 2,500.
Love Kovacevic.
And then we've even got, dude, how about Luca Nardi? Maybe not a great clay court player, but he's got a victory over Djokovic this year under his belt, plus 3,300. Any thoughts?
Is that the measure of a man?
Interesting.
The greatest of all time, beating him on hard court? It might be. It might be the measure of a man, Chris. Sorry, Vic, what were you saying?
No, I was saying it's a pretty even field, pretty interesting. This is going to be the one where you go, who won that? When you're looking back at it next year.
Absolutely agree. So wait, are you going to put any money on your boy Pedro Martinez, World Series champ?
One unit on Pedro plus 1,200.
Ooh, okay, bring the heat. Bring the charging old men. Who's going to stop him?
Fuck Don Zimmer.
No quarters odds for this event, being a smaller event. So that's something we can't really look forward to there. So honestly, if I put a futures bet on this event, it's going to be probably a quarter unit. It's not even going to be my normal futures bet, just because, like you said, Vic, the field is so diversified, so pretty level that I don't want to fuck around too much. Bucharest is it a time zone different than what we're going to be seeing in Barcelona? I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're farther east.
Okay, so it's even earlier, which
it's at least an hour or two ahead.
Yeah, they're on the other side of the Alps, the eastern side.
Yeah, so again, just hard matches for me to watch. Probably not a lot of matchups that are going to be making me want to watch, just excitement wise. So again, if I do have a futures play for this one, an official one, I'll put it out on the social medias. But that kind of wraps up the 3 ATP events. Any final thoughts, boys? Anything that let us know, what are you looking forward to the most? Either a player, an event, or something else that's happening on in the men's tennis world this week that you're looking forward to the most.
Rafa's return. Rafa's first game back, definitely.
Love that. Chris?
I got nothing.
All right, no worries, buddy. I am honestly, I'm kind of excited about seeing if Tsitsipas can repeat. Odds on favorite to win in Barcelona. I don't know. I think as much as I had some negative things to say about it when he dropped out of the top 10 and we haven't had a one hand backhand player in the top 10 for the first time and however, I think it'd be cool to get him. Like, that's something to play for. He's got some respect to earn back. And at the same time, he'd have to go head to head with Casper Ruud again, who we like.
We're rude boys.
I'm not saying fucking rude boys. It gives me fucking retard tingles every time you say that. Even in private text messages,
boys.
I wanna blow my phone up in my own hands while I'm holding it to my head. when we say rude boys, I really don't like it. But I like Casper Ruud, so I really don't appreciate us tarnishing his name like that with a stupid hashtag.
Margrave of Mud. The Margrave of Mud.
Not saying that either. All right, cool. So let's move on. Let's move away from the men, as we usually do, and talk about the women. The women are back in action this week after taking a week off. We've got two events going on. One is happening in France. The other is happening in Stuttgart, Germany. Let's talk about Germany first. It's the 500 level event. And
yeah, this is the Porsche. This is the Porsche tennis. So the winner,
right. Porsche Tennis Grand Prix.
Yeah.
They get a car. No shit.
The winner gets a Porsche awarded to them at the end.
Is that like included in the value of the purse? The value of the car?
I don't know, actually.
That's
That'd
interesting.
Be pretty fucking
that would be cool. That'd be pretty cool. All right, Vic, let's start with that. You have the draw in front of you?
I got it. So the 1 seed is the Queen of Clay, Iga. 2 is Sabalenka. 3 is Coco Gauff. 4 is Rybakina. 5 is Quinlan. 6 is Vonda Rosa. 7 is Ons Jabeur, and 8 is that bitch Jelena Ostapenko. So as you can see, fucking loaded field for a 500. They're all here for the car.
Oh.
I mean, the top 4 is the top 4 players in the WTA. You know what I mean? Like, this is a stacked field.
Yeah. So. Chris, you okay? You need us to break for you? Or you're just not invested in this part of the show? All right, cool, whatever. Well, I don't know, Vic, if you have DraftKings out. Bovada does not have futures for Germany right now.
Yeah, I've got the futures. So Iga, it's the odds-on favorite, -110. Sabalenka's +400. Rybakina's 550. Coco Gauff is 650. Zhang is 2,800. Vonda Rosa is 2,800. Ostapenko 2,800. Noskova 3,500. So yeah, like I said, stacked field, absolutely stacked. I mean, the top 4 women in the world are here, right?
Yeah.
Then you see Iga's -110, even with all that, because Iga is a machine on clay. I mean, I think she's won like the past 3 French Opens. I mean, she's an absolute beast. So, futures wise, I can't bet against anybody. I can't bet on anybody but Iga, but I'm not gonna bet -110. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay away from any futures here.
Sorry, I had to use the restroom. I heard you looking for me when I was over there. I noticed that, Vic, -110, and there's no Iga versus the field bet. What's up with that?
Well, -110 is Iga.
I'm not on platforms that offer specials like that.
That is Iga minus the field. -110 is just Iga.
Right, if I wanted to take one, but I want
he wants to take the field.
Yeah. That works if I want Iga.
Oh, you want -110 on the field?
Yeah.
He wants plus odds on the field.
I mean, that would be obviously the
opposite. Insane.
I mean, what the hell, man? She has not been playing that dominant to be -110. I can't imagine.
She definitely has.
Did she win the last tournament?
Yeah.
Or did my versus the field bet win?
Wait, she did win the last tournament. She did not?
She did not win the last tournament.
You
What
yeah,
was the
you
last
forget
tournament?
you forget they've had a week off.
They did not have a week off. They were at the Billie Jean King qualifying thing.
Oh,
Like
that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
dude, she's won 3 French Opens. This woman is a killer on clay. You know what I mean? Like, you can't bet against Iga on clay.
Oh damn! What do you got to take it out of the sleeve if we're gonna see it?
It's
Oh,
Connor
that worked.
Bedard.
Oh, nice.
We have to talk about this. Iga could potentially meet none other than Linda Noskova in the third round. How fucking crazy! Like, okay, they're doing this on purpose, right?
Yeah, they love putting
It's literally every tournament. Noskova plays Ostapenko in the first round. Ostapenko's the 8th seed.
This is how they're drawing.
Guys. Bet on fucking Noskova. Noskova's going. There's got to be live odds for not live odds, but first round odds instead of a future on that game, right? I'm looking this up because this is rigged. This is like the storyline. They're just having fun. Some guy's high in the writers' room and he's like, "Yo, Noskova's gonna play Iga every time."
Noskova's minus 105 right now, so it's a coin flip.
No way against Ostapenko. Okay,
Yeah,
well, there's
Ostapenko's
obviously
been on a fucking tear this year too.
yeah, no. So there's obviously value on Ostapenko. Ostapenko is the better player, but what are they doing? They're not even hiding this. This is clearly a fucking setup, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my goodness. Hilarious.
I
But
heard
this is
Angel Hernandez was the one watching the draw. So who knows?
dude, I know you got it out for him right now, but damn, give it a rest. Let's see. Second quarter is Rybakina and Ons Jabeur. This is Vic, you said it, man. Every quarter is stacked. This whole field is stacked.
Yeah.
Qinwen Zhang is facing Kirstia in the first round, and the winner of that plays Siegemund or Kostyuk. I like Kostyuk. This is clay, so we need a little bit of a warm up. But oh my goodness, Coco Gauff's got to buy. Coco Gauff has basically got to buy into the fucking third round because she plays the winner of Vickery and Sasnovich. But every other Potapova plays Samsonova. Schneider plays Badosa in the first round. It's going to be Badosa versus Sabalenka. But god damn, we got some interesting matchups here. I don't want to pick a winner here. I don't think I can do a futures bet for this, even though it would feel out of all 3 men's events, if I picked the winner out of this field, it would be the most satisfying thing of my week that I picked the winner because this field is so competitive. Honestly, I'm looking forward to a lot of these matchups, even in the first round. Krejcikova and Kudermetova in the first round, and the winner plays Rybakina. I can see Rybakina losing to either one of them. Jasmine Paolini's playing Sarah Rani.
It's a good tournament. It's definitely going to be a bunch of fun watches. So it's nice when they have these like little 500s every now and again. They're just fucking stacked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Again, I'm definitely placing some head-to-head matchup bets on this tournament. If I end up getting both auto odds for a future, maybe I'll put one down just to chase that fucking dragon. But yeah, I don't have one off the top of my head right now. Damn, what a great field. Chris, any thoughts on Stuttgart?
Yeah, how are you going to stay up to watch that, but you can't watch the men's?
Well, if I wanted to watch Cerundolo underperform, then I would do drugs. The women are my drugs.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
All right, let's move it over to Rouen, France. Rouen.
Yeah.
Did you look up a pronunciation of this, Vic?
I did not look that one up.
Did you have a handsome gentleman on Google Translate pronounce this for you? Rouen, France. So this is a 2500, Jesus. 250 event, and it's headlined by Pavlyuchenkova. So Vic, can you take us through the draw real quick?
Yeah, sure. That name you said, Pavlyuchenkova, Caroline Garcia, Helena Ye, Mira Andreeva, Sloane Stevens, Clara Burrell, and Anna Blinkova are the top 8. So definitely a major step down from the other field. And Andreeva is the favorite, even though she's the 6th seed. Mira Andreeva, the young Russian, is plus 500. Naomi Osaka, who doesn't have a seed, is plus 600. Pavla Kanenkova is plus 700. Kalinina is plus 1,000. Sloane Stevens is plus 1,200. Caroline Garcia is plus 1,200. Pliskova is plus 14. And Kosaretio is plus 1,400.
Wow.
I mean, if I was gonna bet on, I'm not gonna bet a future here. I don't know enough of these women to like make a competent bet, but I I feel like I would pick Andreeva if I was gonna pick somebody. Um,
Really?
I mean, Andreeva is, I mean, the way they're pricing her is insane. So
That definitely throws me off as well, but she hasn't had a solid performance since the Australian Open, which is a little weird, right? Maybe they just think her draw is that good.
so she's won 6 titles in the ITF circuit,
Okay.
and uh, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are on clay. So she does play on clay. Seems fine. Um, yeah. So she seems like she's a fine clay player. So 6-3 on clay last year. Yeah. So maybe she's good on clay. I mean, she's fucking definitely good on hard court.
Okay, fair enough. I'm looking at I, the spin that I want to run with is that Ukrainians being closer to home for the first time this year is going to be a positive thing for them. Looking at Kalinina playing Cornet in the first round, that's no big deal right there. She'd have to face Osaka in the second round, who's the wild card, and I there's so much hype around Osaka right now that I am not. I like to bet against that hype. I like to bet against public hype. So I
I
can
like
see
betting against
Kalinina
Osaka as
making a
well.
run here. She'd face Andreeva in the third round if they both make it there. I also like Caroline Garcia. She's way closer to home now, being from Spain, and I
I
think
guess
we're
she was
gonna see.
French.
Huh?
Yeah, she's French.
I thought she was Spanish.
I think she was born in no, she was born in Saint Germain en Laye, France. Yeah, she's French. She's all the way French, bro.
Damn, I'm down.
Guys, I'm really sorry. I am so stoned that I just picked up my phone and started texting on it.
We've been able to see you the whole time.
Good.
Well, hey, Chris, I made myself look like an idiot, so I had you covered. Yeah, I definitely thought Caroline Garcia was. Oh, you know what? It says FRA right next to her name. Okay, yep. I need to have another
With
Baja
French
Blast and
pronunciation
vodka.
videos here on YouTube, and we are looking at how to pronounce the name of the capital city of the northern French region of Normandy in France. How do you
Enfant.
say it? For reference, in France, in French, it is said as Rouen.
Roland.
No,
Roland.
you got to say it like there's peanut butter in your mouth. Roll on,
Roland.
roll
Roland.
on, roll on. I don't know if I'm going to keep that in the episode or not. I probably will. So yeah, that's again, my thinking is around people that are motivated by being closer to home, maybe having some support there. So Kalinina, even Garcia, even though she's now in her home country, not her neighboring home country. And yeah, damn, I'm interested to see how these US players translate over to the clay courts this season after having such a strong showing on hard courts because Sloane Stevens has had a great year so far. Peyton Stearns, who she's playing, has had a great season so far. But all in hard court. So who else we got? And Osaka, who's both, right? She's Japanese and American. Tell me I'm not wrong
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, she's Japanese and American.
Okay. Yeah. So that's my thinking. Again, if I place a future here, it'll be a small bet, but I think there's a lot of I crushed WTA at the end of the hardcore season for the women, and I think there's a lot of opportunity here to get some value. So check
Yeah,
out
let me
the
know what you bet.
socials.
I know you've been on a heater with the WTA, so yeah, I'll tail your action on this one.
My girls. All right, Chris, I know you're high as fuck. Give us if you had to pick, do you have the draw in front of you? Or no?
Yes.
If you do, okay. Either give us the winner in name or give us the winner by their country.
So I don't follow women's tennis that much, and I don't want anyone to put money on this.
Thank you for the disclaimer rather.
What country?
Oh, trivia.
Oh man, this is like trivia.
Oh, I thought you were giving us a trivia question.
Oh! I asked you. Okay.
No. The way you phrased it sound like a trivia. Pick either a player or a country of origin that is going to win French tournament. The
Loop
Open
back
Cap
to me.
Finance is Rouen Metropole.
Loop back to me in 30 seconds, and I'll give you an answer.
Okay. Well, this is the last event that we're covering in this episode. It's the women's 250 event. I'm hoping there's a lot of hungry competitors that are excited to get back into the mix here after playing in the international event this past week and not having a points event to compete in. So yeah, there's some interesting dynamics at work here. Again, this is the first time we're going to be seeing them in a competitive environment on clay. So a little calibration might be in order here. So don't go too crazy. Keep your bankrolls preserved. We're working up to the end of the month. We've got another 1,000 level of men's event coming up, and women will be there too in Madrid. Then we've got Rome right after that, and then we're working up to Roland Garros at the end of May. So make sure you're
Olympics. Yeah.
and the Olympics. So yeah, make sure your bankroll is a little padded to suffer some calibration. All right, Chris, there's your 30 seconds. What do you got?
All right. France.
Wow.
That's the name of the country. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he picked the
I thought
country.
you guys were going to guess who I was.
He followed the rules of the assignment. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying it's not exciting. So, most likely French woman to win is Caroline Garcia, right?
Yes.
Maybe Clara Burrell.
Second, most likely.
Man, I would love to see Diane Perry make a run. Diane Perry has cashed me on a few events starting from the Australian Open. So I've got a soft spot for her, and she's got an easy path to facing Garcia in the second round. You know what? I don't care if Garcia loses in the first round to Cocciaretto, and then Diane Perry can blow right through that.
I love when you talk about these girls blowing.
All right.
Right.
Well, fellas, any final thoughts on either the men's or women's tournaments? Anything that you want our viewers to take away from this episode as until, they should be focused on until we see them again next weekend?
Tune in April 19th to watch me beat Cheddar Bob's ass at Rough and Rowdy 24. Chris is going to be my corner man. We're going to knock the shit out of this West Virginian. We're going to go down there and spread the gospel of the gambling racket. Get fans, get views up in the teens, maybe a couple episodes in the teens.
How can people watch?
You have to pay $20 for the Rough and Rowdy pay-per-view. Guys, this is a fighting event put on by Dave Portnoy and Barstool Sports. If you like those guys, Rough and Rowdy is the best $20 you ever spent. Vic's going to be in there fighting. He's going to be promoting his book, and I'll be there to watch.
Apaches of New York on sale now. It's actually $30, Chris. Welcome to Joe Biden's America with inflation. You know what I mean? We just can't beat it. We just can't beat it. We need to get Weekend at Bernie's out of the White House.
Back in my day, pay-per-views for Rough and
For Rugrats? Wrestling, you mean?
Rowdy.
Oh.
Rough and Rowdy.
All right. Any other last minute thoughts, boys, before I sign us off?
The core is a lie. It's all hollow down there. Don't believe what they tell you.
The
Agreed.
lizard people will rise again.
Yeah, they probably will. The earth is hollow. There's shit down there that the government doesn't want you to know about. Look into it. Do your research. But in the meantime, make sure you're following us on our social medias. Check out our YouTube shorts. Check us out at Faulty Picks on Twitter or X. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this video for all of your angles and insights into betting on professional tennis. And thank you for joining us for episode 14 of the Gambling Racket. Next time we'll see you guys for episode 15, and Vic will be in prime fighting mode. Chris will be probably still stoned, and I will be hopefully padding my bankroll for the upcoming Madrid, Rome, and Roland Garros events, betting on the women's tennis, probably not the men, because I lose on the men. But
guys, check
again,
the Twitter feed for the bets. Make some money.
yes,
That's it.
definitely do. Make sure you're following us all on Twitter, and thank you all for joining us. This has been Ben with Vic and Chris at the Gambling Racket, and we will see you next time.
Flipping pigeons. Flipping pigeons.
We are flipping pigeons, or we're flipping doves. I don't know. You guys can fight
Flipping
about
doves.
it. Fight
Flipping
about it
doves.
after Vic's boxing match. And that was a nice dove call. He just leaves every time.
He just leaves. He doesn't even say bye. So rude. Hey, do you want me to tell you what I'm wearing? So let me tell me what you think of this short selection for Rough and Rowdy. I got blue shorts with black trim, blue like dark blue shoes with like black laces. And then I'm gonna wear like one long ass like black sock up to my knee on my left leg.
All right, say it again. A picture's worth 1,000 words for a reason. I'm trying to picture it.
Yeah. It's a blue shorts with black trim, shoes that are blue with black laces, and then one long ass black sock on the left leg.
No shirt or anything?
No shirt. No shirt. I'm not that fat. I'm gonna wear a shirt. For the walkout, I'm wearing a hoodie with the sleeves cut off, and it says and it's got my book cover on the front of the hoodie.
I thought
Wow.
we were talking about the walkout.
What's that?
Well, so you just said this is what I'm wearing, and the first time that matters in my head is during the walkout.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah.
I
You're
didn't
right.
think you were going to fight in a shirt.
Okay.
Even fat Jair Rosenstruck doesn't wear a shirt in the ring. It's not the swimming pool at the Holiday Inn.
And I'm gonna wear my war hat. So I'm gonna have the war hat, the red war hat, a black hoodie with the sleeves cut off, and my book cover on the front. Then the black and blue trunks.
So how does the red war hat fit in with black and blue trunks?
It doesn't, but I just want to wear that fucking hat. That hat's so cool. I'm gonna wear it.
Then you need to base the rest of the outfit around red.
No, it's too late. It's too late. I like the blue shorts.
No, yeah, I don't think you need to color coordinate that much. Black
Yeah,
goes with everything.
Because I'm gonna
but
take the hat off
he's
in the
wearing
ring.
blue shorts and blue shoes.
Who cares? He's wearing a black hoodie, which goes with everything, and a red hat. Okay. Dude, he's like fucking America.
You're dead to me.
Red, black, and blue.
That's right.
Whoa.